On today's episode, I speak with Hugo Renaudin, who is the co-founder and CEO for LGO Group, to learn more about the wide range of financial services they provide for digital assets and details of their partnership with Dash. Hello and welcome to Dash Insights, a show that shines the spotlight on professional market analysis from industry experts and respected leaders in finance and cryptocurrency. LGO is a leading digital asset exchange for institutions providing a market for an international and diversified client base that includes corporations, financial institutions, and individuals. Let's now talk to Hugo to learn more. Hello, Hugo. Thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell me a bit about yourself and LGO and the services that you provide?
Yeah, so I'm the CEO and founder of LGO. I've been in the cryptocurrency space for, I'd say, like probably 4 or 5 years now. Started as an engineer, worked in a cryptocurrency hedge fund before the 2017 bubble. So kind of, learned more about this very specific market microstructure at this time, and started LGO approximately 3 years ago with the idea of bringing transparency into transactions, into this ecosystem. So today, LGO, we're one of the leading cryptocurrency exchanges. We have services which are mostly geared towards institutions. So we have an exchange, a spot exchange, which is number one in Europe. We have an OTC desk as well, which is getting a lot of traction recently, and we have a lending desk. So we offer those services to our clients that come from all over the world, and I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. Can you tell me more about your partnership with Dash? As I understand it, you're working on multiple different areas: remittances, liquidity, and OTC services.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we offer our OTC service to Dash and the Dash community. So that means several things. That means that one, our OTC desk will offer liquidity and prices on Dash, so we have a good network of liquidity providers with which we've been working with for a couple of years now. And with this network of providers, we're able to provide good prices on Dash versus dollar and versus other currencies or other cryptocurrencies. So that's going to be that's an offering that we're going to roll out to offer liquidity on Dash. A second aspect of the partnership is to give liquidity to Dash holders, including the Dash organization and also Dash token holders, master nodes, for instance. So they will be able to use our product and to use the liquidity that we have on Dash. And I would say the third aspect of this partnership is that both Dash and LGO are, let's say, extremely committed into a use case of crypto, which is actually one of the number one utility of cryptocurrency today, which is cross-border payment and remittance. And this collaboration, this partnership, will allow us to expand those services, those cross-border services, using Dash. So that's in a nutshell the partnership that we have.
What is the lower limit for OTC services to the Dash network? I'm told that it's far more accessible to the average user than most OTC desks that typically require about 100K minimum.
Yep. So usually, on other cryptocurrency pairs, we ask for a minimum size of $50,000. But for Dash, we've actually lowered this minimum to practically zero. So any holder, any Dash holder will have access to our platform and will be able to trade Dash against the dollar and other currencies.
For remittances, what role will LGO play? And can you please share why this market is interesting for you and why you and Dash, as opposed to other projects, are working on this?
Yeah. So when you think about cross-border payment remittance, you're sending funds from one country to another in different currencies, right? So that exists. That's a service that exists. You can do it today with banks. You can do it today with services like TransferWise. but it's slow. It's not cheap at all, and it's there's often a bit of a risk because you don't really know. Like your funds are kind of in limbo. But to do that, you need the pipes, right? You need the infrastructure. You need the infrastructure to get the funds moving from point A to point B in a secure fashion. So that's what we provide, right? We provide this infrastructure. We connect to the fiat environments in different countries. We connect to the cryptocurrency aspect as well. And so that's what we really provide, liquidity on both countries. If you want to send money from the US to Europe, for instance, using a cryptocurrency like Dash, we provide liquidity on both ends. And we'll make sure that this pipe works well. So that's kind of our responsibility. So now, why is it so interesting for us to have this partnership with Dash? When you think about a crypto cross-border service, you need to have a cryptocurrency that's actually used by businesses and by people that want to do those services. And effectively, Dash is an ideal partner because there's more than 4,000 merchants in the world that use Dash. So that's 4,000 people that can use those services. There's a lot of brokers and exchanges as well that are connected to Dash, which they can use as part of their business. So Dash, being this digital cash and being used by individuals and businesses around the world, is already, I would say, the medium of exchange, which is perfect for this use case because it's actually used by the people that want to do the remittance. The fact that Dash as well has a very fast transaction speed helps us a lot because it means that in a few seconds we can actually operate those remittance operations. So that's the ideal partner for us.
Right. I'm just wondering because in terms of the OTC side of your operations, Dash is a very scarce coin. So is Dash having such a scarce circulating supply an issue for your OTC operations?
Not at all. So actually the liquidity that we have on the platform is something that we've built and that we've been working on for a couple of years now. And that's really core of our offering, the ability to provide liquidity on a wide range of assets. So that's number one. Number two, if there was a lot of supply and if there was a lot of liquidity on Dash, our offer would be, we wouldn't add any value. So that's precisely where we add value because it's to allow Dash holders to have liquidity on their holdings, and that's where we add value. That's the service that I see.
How do Dash and LGO complement each other in the crypto payment space?
So when you think about crypto payment, there's the rail and there's the medium, right? So that's exactly the way I see it. So we're the rail, right? With the plumbing behind the infrastructure. We allow people to buy, sell, exchange through our interface, through our platform. And the medium, which is the water, which is going through the pipe, if you want, is Dash.
How do you see Dash and cryptocurrencies being used today to cover the shortfalls of traditional payment systems? Is it just speculation, or do you see utility as well?
It's definitely the area where cryptocurrency have the most utility. I mean, when you look at the use case of a cryptocurrency, I mean the usage, sorry, of a cryptocurrency today, there's obviously speculation, right? People that want to earn money by trading crypto. There's the store of value aspects, especially now given that there's inflation, which will probably ramp up. You want to buy something which is not inflationary, and there's the transaction aspect. And when you look at the transaction aspect, today it's actually extremely difficult to move money around the world. I'm based in the US. If I want to send money in France, for instance, where I'm from, it's going to take me 1 or 2 business days. And I'm going to be able, I'm not going to be able to launch something on a Saturday or on Sunday because the banks are closed. And it takes time. It takes business days. It's expensive. Sometimes you have to pay, up to a few dollars per transaction, and it's not transparent at all. When you look at cryptocurrencies and Dash in particular, you can have an actual medium of exchange which can be transacted in a peer-to-peer fashion, so you can send it to anyone. They don't need to have a bank account at the same bank as you. They don't need to have a bank account at all, for that matters. So you can send it to anyone around the world, 24/7. You're not limited by business days or bank holidays and things like that, and extremely rapidly and cheaply as well. So that's I think that's the main. When we talk about cryptocurrencies being digital currencies and Dash being digital cash, that's really what we're talking about. It's the ability to transact much faster and much cheaper than traditional payments.
Thank you, Hugo, for talking to me today.
Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure.
I hope you have enjoyed the interview today with Hugo from LGO Group. For more market insights and analysis from leading industry professionals in finance and cryptocurrency, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell to be alerted about future video content. Until next time, take care.